Good evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to Rogues Gallery Live. So, what do you think of the new intro?
I was like, oh, it's going a little bit longer today. I was like,
it's much more specific. That's
it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah, I was tired of the old one because I had the old graphic. I'm like, I just want to update this. So tried to make it a little bit more fun. So anyway, welcome to the show. This is Rogues Gallery Live issue episode, whatever it is, 168. This is early 2025 reveals, news. We got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about tonight. And thanks everybody for being here in the chat. We'll try to highlight your comments as much as possible tonight, so keep them coming. As always, we've got Mr. Mr. Wayne Manor, Rocket City, Mr. Dan. I'll call you. We'll just call you Wayne for tonight. How about that?
Call me Wayne. You know what? Whatever works, Chris. You haven't had enough coffee. You need a nap. I have been sick. I've been sick all week, and I'm exhausted. I taught 9 classes today, and so I'm amazed I'm still vertical today. I got 11 more tomorrow. I'm definitely ready for a nap. So I'm going to call you. I might call you Felipe tonight. I don't know. I might call you Wayne. I might call you Bill. Who knows? I will answer to all of the above.
All right.
For you, sir. So yes, everything's great here at Wayne Manor, Rocket City. I am already jazzed for MegaCon. I hope we talk about that for a few minutes tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Holy shit, one of the shows of the year coming right up.
Absolutely. We'll definitely talk a little bit about that. We got Mr. Billy Rios in the house. How's it going, sir?
Going well. It's nice to see all you guys. And looking forward to the Super Bowl. Looking forward to seeing you gentlemen next week. So, we have a lot to look forward to. It's going to be a fun. I'm just trying to see what I'm going to bring with me and get some stuff ready and get ready to hit the road.
Absolutely. Right below him, we got Mr. Matt Martin in the Bat Vault. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing good. So you're sick, and now you're about to hop on a plane again.
Yeah. Well, I got sick because I went to Orlando.
That's what you
and
get.
When we went to Orlando a week ago, because we went to Disney, so we went a week ago, and prior to the deal, I'm like ranting and raving to my boys. I'm like, you got to wash your hands. Hand sanitizer is not working down there because they have the norovirus, and it's like running rampant down there. And so, of course, whatever, we're 2 days in, Ledger gets sick.
Yep.
So he doesn't end up going to the parks half the time. We have these really expensive tickets to do the nighttime deal. We make it about 30 minutes into that. Ledger doesn't go. Locke gets sick.
Oh man.
Wow. And so we were 30 minutes into that event, so we didn't get to do really anything. It was like a 3 or 4 hour event. And then coming back on the plane, I was fine. Next day, I started getting sick. So
I got a doctor friend, and he said, yeah, you're right, it's going around. He said the best thing you can do is take vitamin D, C, and then zinc. He said if you take those, you'll be, and I've been doing it, knock on freaking wood, haven't got sick in over a year. So
that's pretty good. I think I've already been sick like 5 times this year.
Yeah.
All of my old defenses, being an educator, is no longer working. The kids are bringing in all kinds of new stuff lately. Yeah. So I don't know, just ever since coronavirus. But anyway, we're going to load up on the vitamin D, E, F, G, and all the other ones, apparently. Maybe a little zinc as well before we hit the MegaCon. Speaking of MegaCon, this dude right here in the middle, he's going to be heading to MegaCon as well. Mr. Eric B. from All Things Art. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Happy to have my optimal viewing angle back in the background. The tree is down. The room is back to somewhat being clean again without boxes everywhere. So, I wasn't here for the Batsies, so it's been a while since I've been on the show. So good to be back.
Well, there is somebody at Sideshow right now sitting there back of their chair going, I'm so proud of Eric for his optimal viewing angle. So proud. Anyway, welcome back. We definitely missed you for the Batsies, but I'm glad you could be back with us tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, in the corner square, Mr. Jeff Delaney from the Secret Sanctuary, hopefully safe and sound away from any sort of smoke.
Yeah.
Has that settled down a little bit in California?
Yeah, I think so. It was all about an hour away from us. And yeah, it was pretty awful, but luckily we avoided all of that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to covering the rest of the world while you guys cover Miami.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was this guy who is a really great statue reviewer from California. And there was all these really cool dudes that kept trying to get that other guy to come to Florida to see MegaCon and to do Disney and Universal for the very first time ever.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy? What happened?
What a jerk.
Yeah, what a jeez.
Man.
Drop the ball,
but those were some super cool dudes too.
Yeah, really cool guys.
They were some super cool guys.
In like a month, Jeff will be at WonderCon and we'll be jealous. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. 2 months, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun show.
Well, all kidding aside, we're glad that you're safe there. It sounds like you guys got quite a bit of rain lately, the last couple of days or so. I know I've been watching some Disney stuff, so I'm at least glad that maybe that helped a little bit down there, but just crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a lot of topics to talk about tonight. I think we should probably start with a little bit with MegaCon because that's kind of our next big thing that we have coming up. It is not this weekend, but the next weekend. Myself, Dan, Eric, Matt, my son Ledger. I think Billy's going to you're coming Saturday, Billy?
I'll be there Friday evening.
Oh, Friday evening. Okay, you're coming Friday evening.
Yep.
And so it's going to be a really fun show. We did it last year and had a really great time. I can't believe it's already been a year ago. Sometimes it seems like it's been longer than that. And sometimes I can't believe it was not even a year ago that we were there all having such a great time in Orlando. But obviously, there's going to be, I don't know if I've ever seen a convention with more celebrities announced.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that the other night. We were actually, we did a little conference call. What was that, last night or 2 nights ago?
Wednesday or Tuesday, Monday?
I don't know. What day is it? Yeah, we did a little conference call to try to make some plans and figure out kind of what we're doing. And we have some plans to meet a few celebrities here and there. And then, of course, obviously, we're all big art fans. So we're going to definitely hang out with some creative artists and things like that. But what are you guys excited about?
There's a handful of, actually more than a handful of artists that, for all the cons I've been to over the past 10 plus years now, or quite a few more than 10. A lot of artists I haven't met before.
Yeah.
Newbies to the game, so to speak, in terms of coming to cons here. So I'm excited for that.
I think the Del Auto meetup is going to be a big, giant one for us. We're all big fans of his work, and he doesn't come here often, or if ever, really. I think, it's been a long time.
This is his first North American visit.
And then before that, I think he's only been to the States once before that.
That's crazy. So this is a big deal. I would expect his lines to be pretty long because I know a lot of people are going to want to meet him. And I'm sure there's going to be some bat cowls signed, would be my guess for sure.
Probably.
Who else, Dan, did you want to meet that you haven't met yet that you were kind of stoked about?
Romeo?
Federici is there.
Yeah, Federici.
I haven't met him before. No, I've met Bermeo before.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to saying hi to him, and to Brian Azzarello is going to be there, which is cool. Who else? Carla Cohen's going to be there. So Lucio Perillo's significant other. I don't know if that's his wife or girlfriend or what, but
it's his wife. They're married.
So, yeah. So the two of them are going to be there, and so I haven't had the opportunity to meet them. And over the last year or so, my con going didn't line up with meeting George Jimenez. So this would be my first time getting to
good.
hello to him. So yeah, there's a bunch.
What about Javier Fernandez? Have you ever met him?
I've never met Javier Fernandez either. No.
So he's really great to talk to.
Yeah. What about Clay Man? You ever meet Clay Man?
Yes, I've met Clay.
Which one?
No, the actual Clay Man.
The actual
Clay Man.
Actual, not fake Clay Man.
Not the doppelganger Clay Man. No.
Gee, Christmas. Well, yeah. So yeah, you have a lot to look forward to. Then that's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
And Billy, you're going to be there Friday night. So what are you excited about?
Frank Miller. Never met him before. I was supposed to one time, and he canceled. So I keep checking the website and then scrolling all the way down to the bottom to see if anyone cancels. It's because as it gets closer. But the Frank Miller is going to do some Daredevil stuff with the show coming out. Looks pretty interesting. So
yeah, it'll be just such a good lineup this year. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Matt, anybody you're excited to see that you've never met before?
Well, Delotto, of course. Delotto is like up there. And then, Frank Miller, because, he's getting up there in age. I've gotten to meet him before. Actually, when me, Dan, and Eric met up in Boston, there was a Starbucks right across the street from the convention center. And he was next to me in line. I had like a Batman shirt. He goes, "That guy sucks." And I look over and it's Frank Miller. And we were just talking while we were waiting for our coffee and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool and stuff like that. But yeah, Frank's getting up there. So he's making less and less appearances. So it'd be cool to get Cal-side by him, and get a picture with him this time and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely Delotto is, I was talking to my buddy who goes to cons. That's his job. He goes to cons and he gets things and sells them on his website. He said MegaCon's beat New York this year. You know what I'm saying? And he getting Delotto, and a bunch of celebrities and everything else. And I was talking to Delotto's handler, and he said the only reason he agreed to it was he wants to go to Disney. You know what I'm saying? He's never, and he said that's the only reason he agreed to Orlando. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome. I'm just excited to meet all of them. I can't wait. And again, they just continue to add more artists. Like their artist lineup is insane. How many they just have added recently.
I mean, every year it just gets better and better and better. Type thing.
I think, for me, obviously too, I just can't wait to hang out with you guys. Like that was the best part about last year. Just, not even just like the after the con stuff that we did, which is going to be a lot of fun. And we already have, 2 or 3 things planned. We're trying to organize with, a dinner with Danny Earls, which would be really cool. So hopefully that'll materialize. So Danny, if you're watching, we hope that works out for us because we would love to hang out with you a little bit. But yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to hit up the parks a little bit. And
is everyone going to Universal Friday night? Is that what happened?
Yep. Yeah, we have our tickets for it. So that's going to be they're doing an after hours event for that show, so that'll be a lot of fun. And it's just going to be a lot of fun that evening. So definitely going to be exhausted. It's going to be a whirlwind weekend and the Super Bowl on top of it. So go Chiefs, have to throw that in there. But
have you planned where you're going to be viewing that?
Yep. It's all scheduled and planned. So not bad. What are you looking forward to, Eric?
Man, each day is like something spectacular. I'm nervous and excited. I'm like nervous just now thinking about it because I hate traveling and going anywhere, but sure, like the last time, once I get there I'll be all right. But Universal the first night is going to be awesome. Obviously, as far as artists, Delotto is the biggest one. I haven't never met Delotto. It's one of my favorite artists. Hanging out with you guys, all the different panels, Bermejo. They sent out an email today. It's so like Batman artist heavy with how many artists that are going to be there. It's incredible. What else?
Great year to go.
Excited for the Super Bowl, excited for Disney. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a great trip for 4 days. Yeah.
Speaking of Batman heavy, when the MegaCon that Detective Comics 1000 came out, you could buy the Detective Comics 1000 experience, which I did, of course. You walked into a room with 20 different Batman artists throughout the years, had a panel, and they signed like up to 5 items, you know what I'm saying? Each one, you would just go around. I mean, everybody from, you know, Daniels to Frank Miller to Jim Lee to everything. I mean, it was, and I got like those Detective Comic 1000, like a bunch of different variants signed by 20 different, you know, Batman artists throughout the years, you know what I'm saying? So that was a cool experience.
Yeah. A lot of great celebrities, like you guys said. Yeah, like Matt said with the panels. I don't know how much time we're going to have, but we have the Frank Miller panel if we go to it. There's a Delato panel, the Snyder. I think Snyder's doing a panel too, right? Oh, that's on Sunday. So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be an awesome time.
Did everybody go into the lottery for Todd McFarlane?
Todd McFarlane.
Yep, we did indeed. Yep. I doubt we'll get it, but it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, again, Jeff, we wish you were there, my friend.
I'll be having fun doing other things.
I'll
be at Disneyland that Sunday.
There you go. Super Bowl Sunday, huh?
Yeah, we like to go on Super Bowl Sunday because it's a little light.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's our next thing that we're going to be doing. And so stay tuned to the channel for, I'm sure, just a crap ton of footage and fun times. So really looking forward to that. What else did I want to talk about right off the bat? Oh, I want to talk about this topic because this was in the news. This was talking about PCS here. I'm just going to read this. It says, your TMNT Underground Platinum EX is arriving in our warehouse soon. Your final payment is scheduled for 1/30/2025. We expect your statue to ship within the next few weeks. Given the 2 boxes in size, this item will ship FedEx Freight. To also help you with the shipping costs, PCS will send you a $200 store coupon after delivery that can be used on any stock item. Please make sure your credit card is up to date. And basically, this is that giant turtles with the sewer. What do you call that? The
Manhole
cover.
Yeah, the manhole cover. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, their heads are coming out of the sewer.
Yeah, heads are coming out of the sewer. You got some hands and whatever. But the complaint was that the shipping quote was $875. To me, that's not something that's abnormal from some companies. Like I see quotes like that from Prime One Studio all the time.
Yeah.
Is it asinine? Yes. Does it hurt? Yes. Will people willing to pay it? A lot of times, no. But basically, that was the complaint. Was the $875? I thought it was really cool. Aunt Adams actually responded to it. He says, just for your info, here's the rate on FedEx Freight, which includes a 60% discount compared to the $875 we charge at a loss. Also, not counting the $250 off from the early bird orders, $125 back in PCS points, and a $200 coupon we include, $575 total. This quote is from Charlotte to the middle of the country. Just for reference, payment plans are available. And so I thought, obviously you could see the information there at the bottom, but I thought it was pretty cool that Aunt Adams responded to that. But what did you guys think about the $875? Did you feel like that was absurd? We were talking a little bit before the show. Maybe you guys can fill in a little bit what you learned about.
Well, well, go ahead.
Did you see the weight on that thing you just showed?
What does it show?
216 pounds.
Oh my gosh, 216 pounds. And it says pallet skid.
Yep.
Is it going to come in on one of those crates?
Yeah.
Little pallets.
Yeah. Well, to kind of put it in reference, the Bale bust, 2 big boxes, came straight from China. It was $850. So I mean, it's the price of doing the business if you want a big statue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LBS Hulk was $300.
That's good.
And that's a heavy piece, right?
Yeah.
Yep. $2.
Captain America Queen Studios was $870 something.
Wow.
Two big boxes from China.
PCS finally changed the cost on shipping, Chris, just not a half hour ago. Okay, that's good to know, Theodore.
Yeah, I think Aunt said he was already taking a loss on the shipping, trying to help collectors out. Then he changed it. You don't have to wait for the $200 credit. He'll just take it off right away on your order. I was watching Mr. X had it on order. A lot of people are bringing up, you can go to Big Bag Toy Store and get it for $4 shipping.
Right.
Yeah, but you're gonna pay tax on it there.
Yeah,
it's true.
but
Yep.
I mean, yeah, like Ant was saying, it's a giant manhole cover. It's heavy. And he was like, the way we constructed it, we didn't want to have like any seam lines, cutting things, down the center or anything like that. And yeah, I think collectors have a right to be angry. Again, Mr. X brought up a good point. He was like, maybe on the website you should like at least put up like a note saying this is going, this is a very large item. Expect expensive shipping costs instead of catching people off guard. I don't know if that's really necessary, but I mean, if you order it, you got to know it's going to be a big piece.
That's what I'm saying. It's a life-size manhole cover.
It says 1 of 1. So
what did you think it was going to be? What would you think appropriate shipping for a life-size manhole cover with 4 turtle heads coming out of it?
Yeah. See, originally I thought this was for the quarter scale. When I first saw that post, I was like, wow, those quarter scales are pretty big, but that's a lot of money. And then I was like, wait, this is for that giant manhole cover with the 4 heads coming out. I was like, that's like a giant dining room table piece. No wonder it's that expensive.
Well, another thing to look at too, at least they're being proactive in coming out, making statements and to the customer and to the crowd, where some statue companies don't do that. So at least he's being proactive and saying, hey, with respect, if you need a payment plan, I can help you out there. But, at least he's being proactive rather than, hey, just no response at all, type thing. So
CC responded here. They've since applied that store credit and the reward points accrued from the order to the shipping cost. He announced today, I think it's now $500.
That's cheap.
That's a lot cheaper. Updated the shipping. He's made the discounts apply to shipping now.
So I wonder if he's taking a loss or if he figured out another way to send it.
He said he was taking a loss, though.
Yeah.
Matt says, I'm just saying I got a Turtles pinball machine that came on a truck and I paid $350. So if that's maybe a different shipping way may be to help. And I mean, that's the thing is like all these companies have different contracts, right? With these shippers. So like sometimes they might have a better deal, which could then save you money. Whereas maybe, this pinball machine was a bigger company than PCS was. I don't know if that's how that works.
Well, that might have been a domestic shipment too, the pinball machine.
That's a good point.
Yeah, usually you can find like private couriers, for like a one type, deal like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what this comment means. Chris, is it unusual same team be in final so many times in a row?
Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Super Bowl. Yes, it is very unusual. This is the first time in NFL history a team's going to try to three-peat. So we'll see. Let's see. CC says Ant deserves an award, honestly, for how quickly he was able to give customers options between applying discounts and offering payment plans on shipping. Again, I tip my hat to Ant. I don't feel like Ant was in any way trying to screw people over with their shipping costs.
Right.
He just wants to get the product out, and it's not always the most favorable thing in the world. I'm assuming he probably knew there would be some blowback, seeing a cost like that, but at the same time, he doesn't want to piss off his customers either. So it's like, I tip my hat to him for trying to make something else work, for being transparent, for being, coming out right away and being like, hey, here's the deal, guys. You could be negative or be keyboard warriors all you want, but this is the way it really is in real life here. And so trying to make it work for you guys. So, I don't know. Anything else you guys want to say about that? I thought it was pretty cool that he was trying to make things work.
I like the honesty and the proactiveness, so yeah.
All right. Well, talking with Mr. Dan earlier today. And,
you mean Wayne?
Huh?
Wayne.
Wayne. Yeah, Wayne.
Now I know you're talking about me. Okay.
Yeah, that's Wayne's his middle name. Felipe's his first name. Felipe Wayne. Anyway, Felipe over here mentioned that when we were talking about topics, and he brought up a very good point that a lot of things that we've been talking about recently have been kind of on the negative side. They've been kind of the shipping costs and the blah 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 blah. We've talked a lot about that. So tonight we really want to overall do kind of a little bit more of an upbeat show, and so picked some topics tonight that were just collecting based and fun topics. And I thought that this one was actually pretty good because this is something we've never, ever discussed. I don't think ever on the channel. So topic number one, and I definitely want to hear how the live chat also chimes in on this. But I thought topic number one would be fun to talk about Marvel versus DC. Who has the better statues over the last 2 years? Of course, me being the Batman statue collector, I talk a lot about Batman. Some we do highlight some pieces that are Marvel based here on the channel. But there's been a lot of really great ones, not only from Sideshow. I'm thinking like great stuff from Queen Studios, a lot of great Iron Man pieces from them. XM is always, or at least they were, coming out with really great pieces. We had Legendary Beast, obviously, with their great lineup of third scales, like Jeff has with his Hulk, and some really, really great pieces. So, like, where do you guys weigh in right now? Do you feel like who wins the battle over the last couple years? And we can go. We don't have to narrow it down to just Sideshow. We could expand out to everybody. But I don't know. To me, I feel like there's been probably more Marvel than DC. Maybe.
From Sideshow for sure. I think I'm remembering my numbers correctly, but I went through and looked at all of Sideshow's releases for 2024, and they had only released 5 DC premium formats, and they had released 13 Marvel.
Wow.
It was a big difference. I was really surprised.
Do you think that's because Marvel is selling better still?
It must be. I mean, I don't know why else they would make that kind of decision.
Jojo Valdez says Marvel has the best statues and characters, hands down. I don't know if I agree with that.
They do, I find they do similar things with Marvel that they do with our DC, Batman characters, and that is they beat Wolverine to death, just like they beat Batman to death.
Yep.
It's Wolverine, it's Iron Man. I mean, look, we got our third Rogue in not that many years. I mean, they do the same thing, the same characters sell. So it's not like you see off the wall. And again, it's the same as DC when they finally make a Beast, albeit not a very well received one, but
no,
make a Beast. It's like a miracle. Wow, they made one of the, I don't want to call him a second tier character, but you know what I mean. He's not on the A list, so to speak.
Like when they did Nightcrawler, that was another one that they.
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't feel like it's that different, to be honest. But
what about you, Billy? Who wins the war here?
Well, my room is pretty much split Marvel DC. You know? I've always said that DC, Batman and Superman can't be touched. That they're on a different level, right? And then after those two, I guess, Joker, probably the most famous villain ever, right?
I would say.
So you have those three, and then where does it go? Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, right? It kind of but it kind of falls off, and I think Marvel has the leg up because the movies have been so good and the DC movies have not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
So, but if you look at Marvel, let's look at the whole universe, right? Spider-Man is up there with, Batman, Superman. He's on that level, right? And then there's so many different ways you can go. You can go the Avengers. You can go the X-Men. I mean, there's X-Men for days, not just the core X-Men. The Archangel just came out to, all this fanfare, right? Mm-hmm. Then you can go to the Fantastic Four universe. You got, Venom and his universe, Carnage and all that, right? Then you got, the street level guys like the Punisher and Daredevil and that whole world, the Defenders. There's so many characters. They go so many different ways. I think what separates now somewhat statues, there's been more 1/3 DC statues that have actually come straight off comic covers, like Tech 1000, like Superman Hush. We all know where that statue's from, straight from the artist, right? Straight from the art. Now, finally, with the LBS stuff, we're getting some 1/3 Marvel love. But and over the last couple of years, I have every LBS piece that's come out, and Jeff knows the Hulk, the Thor is an underrated piece. That piece is so good. You can display the base without the statue if you're a big Thor fan, and put it on a rotating table. that base is so good. You know, we talk about storytelling bases. This is the ultimate storytelling base. You know, and I just got the Iron Man in. That is a phenomenal piece. So, you know, I would say overall, because I feel the Marvel characters are better across the board, you know. And, you know, Batman's rogues are awesome, but so Spider-Man's rogues, you know.
Mhm.
So I would say I like the statues from DC that are, you know, Fabox Batman, Jim Lee Superman, you know, Fabox Penguin. I know the artist. I know where that statue came from, you know, as opposed to like an artist's interpretation of it, you know. But I would say over the past couple of years, though, I would probably go with Marvel and the LBS stuff because it's new, yeah, and we haven't seen him in 1/3. But if you've seen Hulk in person, if you've seen the Magneto in person, if you got the one with all the, you know, stuff around it, it's an amazing. They've been amazing.
I think that's my favorite one. I love that one.
Yeah.
Cece brought up the fact about, you know, possibly like pricing with, you know, if it has to do with the Marvel license or things like that. Obviously Marvel is Disney now. So that might be a good point. Maybe they are required to make more to overshoot that cost. And that's a really good point. I feel like DC, I don't know, like lately I feel like they're giving anybody the DC license. Which then leads to oversaturation of characters. Again, I think that's been part of the problem too. Do you feel like Marvel characters in general have a wider appeal because they're maybe brighter colors? They're maybe a little bit more family friendly overall. You know what I mean?
I think here's my opinion on that topic. There's so many Marvel characters. I mean, you could go down like, you know, you got the core X-Men, then you got all these others. You got just so many. I think because of that, where somebody might not relate to, let's just say Wolverine or whatever, but then they find this one character that they do relate to. They have more characters. Where at DC, you know, we got the core, we got Batman, Superman, you know, type thing like that.
Yep.
Where Marvel, there's so many characters, so many options that I think everybody can find a character that they relate to / like, you know what I'm saying, type thing.
I just think of like, I mean, look at the movies like Joker 2. Kids aren't going to go see that.
Nope.
They're not going to buy a Joker 2 statue, but they might go to Disney and ride Guardians of the Galaxy and want a Groot statue.
Adults won't buy a Joker 2 statue.
Well, right. But I mean, I just feel like there's a little bit of a wider appeal to some of those Marvel characters just because I don't know. I just feel like they're maybe a little bit more universally accepted by all ages, which gets people into collecting. You not just, you know, kids with toys, but then, you know, the young collector, young adult collector, and then the old fogies like us. That spend our money on painted rock. But I just do wonder about if that's why sometimes maybe Marvel might do a little bit better sometimes just because of the nature of their characters versus,
well, Chris,
you know, a bunch of painted up serial killers and clowns and, you know, penguin with umbrellas. Like, you know, it's just, I do wonder that sometimes.
That is probably true. When you have Disney pushing you, you know, I mean, it is, and a lot of it is the movies. You know, like the first superhero movies my kids ever watched was like Man and all this other stuff. And, you know, even the Batman, which is a great movie for us. I took the kids to see it. They fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? Where do you weigh in?
I mean, I think Billy said it perfect. Everything he said, I was basically wanting to say the same exact thing. I think, you know, like he said, when it comes to DC, you think about like Batman, Superman, Justice League, but when it comes to Marvel, there's just so many bigger teams. I think, you know, you have like Spider-Man, there's more characters. You have you know, the whole Avengers team. You have, you know, Fantastic Four. There's just so much more going on with Marvel. As far as statue wise, though, I got to say Batman had it pretty good. I mean, when it came to like, it also comes down to scale. I mean, what scale are we talking about? Because if you look at scale, I mean, like Prime 1 was running the game for 1/3, and it was just all like Batman pieces for the most part. You know, nobody had the license for Marvel until now doing like 1/3 Marvel. So also comes down to scale. So I think it, but I mean, if I got to say overall, Marvel definitely probably has the most popular when it comes to, the most abundance of statues overall. Without doubt.
People are bringing up points about, like obviously Disney has a major push with their theme parks and characters. DC has a lot smaller profile because they're only at Six Flags.
I left a comment too. It failed to post for some reason. I don't know why.
They're usually not very good either. I mean, the theming's not very good at Six Flags compared, to Universal or somebody like that puts a lot more money into them.
I don't know. Six Flags is pretty fun.
It's fun, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like the theming is just, it's so dumbed down compared to the bigger parks. A lot of people are saying that they're more grounded. They're more family oriented. They're more like groups, teams. So people are bringing up some really good points. I think across the board about Marvel.
DC has a lot of teams too. They just haven't been done really well. I mean, they've got the Doom Patrol. They've got the Legion of Superheroes. You've got Justice League, and then you've got Justice League Europe, and then you've got Justice League Unlimited. I mean, there are a lot of teams that maybe haven't been portrayed very well in other media.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Brad wants to know if there's a drone in Ukraine. Actually, his daughter's playing a little Arkham behind you.
Arkham City. She's trying to beat up Joker, and she keeps losing.
I love it. Justin says, I think DC, namely Batman, is what you see selling the most in the larger scales, but much more limited in characters that you see released. Marvel has more team heroes, has single heroes. So yeah, I think all of those are really, really valid points. I'm sorry, I missed a super chat. That's a little off topic. What is the worst statue company over the last 2 years? Oh, that's a question.
XM.
Are they still a company?
Yeah, I would say XM right now, just because there's just so much in the air about what's going on with them. Or I could say anybody that's already gone out of business. I guess that's probably the worst one.
That's what I was trying to think of.
That's the bad thing is we've talked about that the last couple of years about we kind of saw the writing on the wall for some of these companies that maybe have overextended themselves and charged too much and whatever. We hate to see it. We hate to see what's happening with XM. And again, hopefully they're able to right the ship. I did see, I don't know. Let me add the overlay here. This is, I thought this one was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I did.
Yeah.
So that pre-order went up. God, what?
It's like
22
2 years ago.
People are waiting to receive their shipping notice, and the thing hasn't even been made yet.
Yep.
Yeah, they're just saying it's just now in the factory being made. It's like, oh my god.
Dan, do you still have that on order?
No, I canceled it.
Okay.
I think everybody freaking did.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're making this for.
That said, if Todd had these in stock in his warehouse, I'd buy it today.
I would buy one from Todd.
Yep.
I would.
Yeah, if he gets some in, I'll buy one.
I'll buy one.
They'll probably make 3 at a time.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It's just a shame because again they put out really great work, but
it's like
everybody's expecting me to say J&D, of course.
J&D, as far as I can tell, is doing very well.
They're doing very well,
and they put out stuff.
They sell out every time they release something.
Yeah.
This Wayne guy is on to something. There you go. That's right. Felipe over here, I tell you. Yeah. When we do your new Only Dan's theme, we can do a whole separate wing.
You do not have to bring that back.
Oh yeah, we got to bring back a little bit of at least once a year. We have to bring back Only Dan's.
Oh, where's Brad? I'm sure Brad's going to be commenting anything.
Oh yeah, Brad, bring it on. That's right, absolutely. Darth Red says I haven't paid off with Todd for over a year now, so there you go. But yeah, it's great. It's part of the White Knight story, and we're big Sean Murphy fans. So
Yep.
Oh,
I would love it. I would love if they actually come out with it.
And again, I have that piece in hand for a little bit, the prototype, and it looked great. I loved it. So, well, anyway, so where did we settle? Did we feel like Marvel won the year the last couple of years, or do we feel like I don't know?
I think there's something to be said that being owned by Disney as opposed to being owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is having its problems, so it's logical that companies would be putting out more Marvel stuff right now.
So obviously, with that said, the big holy hope out there for Warner Brothers is this Superman film that's coming out soon. We saw some trailers. We saw it during the AFC Championship game. We saw the new, like the weird forced perspective face that he had to respond and say it's not CGI. It's just the way the camera's distorted because people complained about it. Will this flip it for Warner Brothers? Will it make it so magically now everybody's going to want to buy DC statues again?
No. People are looking for any reason to not like this movie. You know, that was like a 15-second clip that just dropped the other day.
Yep.
And it got picked apart every which way.
Yep.
I was a little guilty of it too. You know, I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't know if I texted to Eric or who got it, but I said, I just find it like his hair is a mess. And my wife said the same thing. She said Christopher Reeve's hair never moved. You know, just look. I know he's flying 1,000,000 miles an hour, and his hair should be moving, I guess. But it just
for me, it was the eyes.
Yeah,
I was watching the trailer during that game, and I'm like,
I
was like, before I was even on the internet, I didn't even know everybody else noticed it. I'm like, what is going on with his face? His eyes look like they just look like they were googly. And then the next like hour or two, whatever, I go on Facebook and like everybody's commenting about it. I'm like, oh, I guess I wasn't the only one that thought that too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't maybe think that would be the reaction.
I like somebody made a meme or whatever you want to call him, and he's shooting lasers, and one laser's going this way, one laser's going that way.
That's good.
That's good. This is the photo here. You see the bottom. Like here's some of the classic Superman flying. Obviously, we don't have Chris Reeve here, but the bottom one is the one that everybody is kind of talking about. Like, what is going on here? I don't know if I could find the photo with the googly eyes, but
it's the bottom one. But yeah, it's a little. You can really see it.
I got to be honest. I didn't really have a problem with it.
I didn't either.
Didn't even occur to me watching it.
Me neither. Until you guys brought it up, I didn't even notice.
I think it looks fine.
I think Warner Brothers' reaction will be as long as it's getting millions and millions and millions of views.
I mean, look at his eye, though.
I think they're happy.
Yeah, I don't think one little clip from a trailer is going to make or break the film. I think it'll be really good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have a lot of heart. I think it's going to, tug on the heartstrings and bring back all the feels for Superman. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it does really well. Again, the more fantastical DC is not my thing. I like the more grounded in reality of, I've got a Gotham City, but I hope it does well. I hope it's a fun film.
Well, I thought Man of Steel was very grounded.
Yeah,
I did too.
I did too. But people love to trash the Snyderverse, or you either love it or hate it or whatever. But
the Snyderverse has got some hardcore fans though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it probably doesn't help this new movie that Prime One just dropped a new Superman from the Snyderverse.
I found that out today because I did my little mini reaction today of the Prime One Superman, which we're going to look at. And in the video, I kind of basically say like, was anybody really wanting this one? Like, people are kind of over Zack Snyder Supermans. I feel like we've just gotten a lot. And I had quite a few comments like, what are you talking about? Well, people aren't over this character yet. And blah, 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 blah. I love Zack Snyder. Those fans are hardcore.
He's got hardcore fans, not even with the DC stuff. It goes to like Sin City and The Watchmen and that just love 300, that just love his movies, the way his style of movie, they just love it, And then there is a DC contingent of fans too that they never wanted to see Henry gone, and they liked Ben Affleck, and they grew up with that. I mean, when was Man of Steel? 2013 or something like that. So it's been a while for that for that franchise, and you know they like Nightmare Batman, which is one of the most popular Batmans for that group. You know, and they're the ones that are attacking the new clips. They're the ones that don't want to give this new film a chance or these actors a chance. You know, so yeah.
Brad says they should do a Conclave movie about picking a new Superman.
That's a good movie, by the way.
That's a great movie.
I like that movie a lot.
What is it?
It's heavy. Conclave.
I know. What is it though? I don't know anything about it.
Picking a new pope after the pope dies.
Right.
Oh, is it got Voldemort in it?
Yeah. And
that does look good.
He's amazing.
Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
What's that on? Netflix?
Peacock or
shoot.
I don't know. It is streaming now, but I can't remember where. It might be on Max. I'm not sure.
Very good. It's kind of heavy,
yeah.
But it's really, really, really well acted.
It's cool. It's well written. It's well acted. The cinematography is great. The soundtrack is awesome. It's really good.
That's great. I'll have to check it out. Justin says, anybody else worried about the Flash director directing Batman, the Brave and the Bold?
I think someone just commented, do you trust James Gunn? And that's like another thing. Like if you didn't like his style of movie, if you didn't like, you know, the silliness of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, if you don't like Peacemaker, I'm not saying he's going to do Superman this way.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah, that movie, if you don't like that, his kind of style of movie, that it also makes you worried about him being in charge of all this stuff going forward, you know, which is why like fans like us who like the grounded Batman stuff and like the Pattinson verse don't want him anywhere near it. You know, it's a Matt Reeves thing. Leave it alone. Don't go near it. We don't want to see Pattinson in that universe. Keep it separate, you know? So there's a lot that's I hope the movie's good. I'm going to go see it, but there's a lot that's kind of like going against it.
It seems like though he's staying very classic to me as far as the characters and costumes
with the soundtrack, you know. That's the first thing I recognized. I was like, hold on.
That was smart.
Music.
That was good.
Music.
Yeah,
so
that one was
to
smart.
me, I think with respect, I think if you said, hey Matt, you know, bet something, you know, I think it's gonna be a good movie. You know,
I mean, like I said, I'm definitely gonna see it. I mean, you know, Zack Snyder didn't use the classic stuff either, like, you know, but he used Hans Zimmer, you know, who was really good. So I mean, the music from Man of Steel was awesome too. So
Well, it will be interesting to see with these new films coming out, and you know, if there is a little bit more success, if DC will start doing better in terms of statues. Obviously, there's always going to be hardcore Batman statue collectors out there that will buy up any of it, including yours truly. But you know, I think that Marvel just has a bigger universal appeal right now. I think they also are still riding the coattails of all their early success. Their recent movies have not been that great. Obviously, Wolverine, Deadpool did really well, but that's kind of the exception. So I'm hoping that once the Fantastic Fours and some of those things start doing well for Disney, that, you know, we'll see, you know, a lot of really cool statues coming out for those companies. But I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see how we end up. But really, again, the only people that win are us collectors, because there's just so much, you know, great stuff that's coming out from the companies. So yeah, anything else you guys want to say about the topic?
One more thing about Sideshow. I said that they did 5 DC pre-orders in 2024. They did 6 Sideshow originals.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually, because their original stuff's been really great.
It's fantastic.
And I think people have really responded to it. I think maybe you feel like it's just because it's not the same old thing. Like it's not just another Batman, it's something new.
It's that, and also I think, like you said, I think the quality is one step up. They're really, I think, giving their all for these pieces.
Yeah, I think so too. And they don't have to worry about the licensing part of it. You know, it's like they can create whatever they want to create without being beholden to somebody else.
They can get out faster, and they can get them out cheaper. So you've got like Vampire's Lust, 2 characters, and it's less than $700.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and
isn't that
looks
awesome?
like a great statue.
Yeah. I love what they've been doing with those things. So again, much continued success. And, again, maybe people do get burned out on the same old with Marvel and DC. It's like we see the same characters, the same poses, the same this, the same that. But, or you can be dumb like me and go back and buy a over 10-year-old piece right here. Added her back to the collection. So, it is what it is.
Hey, I'm as much to blame as anybody. I've got 3 Batman pieces on pre-order and 3 Superman pieces.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. This was a topic. We'll spend just a little time on this, and then we'll get to pictures. But topic 2. This was Dan's idea on this one. Collection priorities for 2025. I thought it would be kind of fun to go around the horn and just kind of talk a little bit about, now that we are in a new year. I think most of us have slowed down. I think that's fair to say. But we still have a focus. We still have a vision for what we want our collections to be, whether that's statues, whether that's art, maybe how we curate all of those things and how we display them. So Dan, I really like the idea of talking a little bit about, what is your priorities for this year in terms of collecting? Because I know for you, you're trying to play catch up a little bit, with your move and, some things, over the last year. So I would imagine that probably factors in a little bit, but where are you at in 2025?
It did. Some of that already happened. So that was really good. Like I said in my room tour video recently, I'm really happy with the current direction of the collection and the displays in the collection. And I kind of want to continue same course and speed, so to speak. So I have a handful of display spots that I'm still looking to put, things into. For example, the stairway that has, where the walls have original art on them. I have a half a dozen spots at least to fill that out. Hoping to get some of that done at MegaCon. And then I have, the statues that I have lined up to so far that I expect this year. There's only a few right now. There'll be a few that make that more difficult, but I think, maintaining focus on the displays themselves and not the, whether it's the art or the statues, focusing on what these displays look like. I think that's going to continue to be, that's, a relatively recent development, but it's going to continue into this year. And let me just throw a little side note on that. For those of you that didn't see, CC3PO, she shows up in the chat. CC just had she just made a post where she got the Talon statue in. P1's Talon.
Looks great, by the way.
Coupled it with an original piece from Jonathan Glapion, who was the inker, for those of you who don't know, on all of the Batman New 52 run with Capullo and Snyder, a great artist in his own right. And she coupled those up, and the display just looks beautiful. She does that around her whole collection, but I just thought, man, that was inspiring for me. That spoke to me as just another example.
You could do that halfway through.
I am finding the image here.
Oh, good. Yeah, she did just a phenomenal job. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Does that not look awesome? I love that.
That is awesome.
It's, it's complemented by the color.
I think
and the 89 Batman art behind it. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks great, CC. And again, I love the color balance with all the yellows. It looks fantastic.
Yep.
It sounds like you have a great year planned ahead of you, sir.
I've got a plan.
All right, let's go over to Billy. Where are you at, Billy, for this 2025 year?
I'm gonna probably say something that's gonna bore most people, but me and Dan had this conversation way back when, and I think after Iron Man, the LBS Iron Man came in, I think I kind of got to a place, and like I said, me and Dan were talking about just sitting back and enjoying what you have. Mm-hmm. Not thinking about what's coming out, not looking for anything, to pre-order anything. I don't have any pre-orders at the moment, and just I kind of like where things are, and I'm trying to like come to grips with there's nothing wrong with that, I think for this year though, like if there's a statue comes out that if I have that character and this one happens to be better, I would look to sell what I have and replace it with what's new. But you just go out there and just, buy new stuff for the sake of just having something come in. I probably won't do too much of that this year. Like I had a 1/3 Wolverine in my X-Men setup, and Mr. Delaney's getting one that looked awesome. And I just was like, you know what, man, however many there are of that one, I'm going to try to get one. So I did. So I sold the one I have, and I have this new one coming in hopefully soon. But it would be like that. It would be replacing something that I already have with something that I feel is better. And then just enjoying what I have and enjoying where I'm at, and but still enjoying the hobby, and just enjoying with you guys and whatever you guys get, so. And I think I've learned to enjoy that just as much, when my buddies get something, and it's kind of like, wow, like, I have a friend who's getting in the Ninja Turtles sewer cap thing. I told him, well, listen, I'm gonna come over for that unboxing, because I'm never getting that thing,
Well,
I may never. It's not like you're gonna walk into a comic shop and see that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
it's a hell of a lot cheaper to watch somebody else get something.
Yeah,
Which is great sometimes. Yeah. It's really great.
But I mean, for me, like I've learned that the hobby is more than just the statues. Like the art is there, but I'll leave that to you guys. I like it. I don't love it as much as you guys do, but I enjoy watching you guys get it. But to be with you guys next week at MegaCon, and then hopefully in August I'm able to get down to the Statue Con and see those guys down there and stuff, and drag Eric with me. But so stuff like that's still part of the hobby. That's not actually you having to get a statue in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think I'm gonna try to do more of that. But I say that, and who knows? I might pre-order like 5 things tomorrow.
No, I was gonna say that's the way, the life of a statue collector. That's absolutely, and Lord knows if there is anything that we do well on this channel is right there. Hashtag enabled. That's what we do best here on the Batman Statue Collector channel and in the community. So yeah, absolutely. There'll probably be a little bit of that. I'm sure. How about you, Matt? Where are you at in 2025? I'm assuming more art on the way.
More art. We'll pick up some at MegaCon, definitely. But as Dan saw, I got a big portfolio book of art that's never seen the wall. So I need to rotate, not all of it, but a good 80%. I need to rotate it and get it framed, get some new art framed and everything, and just kind of update the room like that. I mean, there's certain pieces that won't leave the wall, like my Fabok and Jim Lee and some other artists, type originals. But just kind of rotate the art some, and then of course at MegaCon get some more art to kind of frame. Statue wise, I got the Diehl on Throne coming, and then a lot of us did that the Secret Laboratory Batman. That's a good piece. I'm really looking forward to that. But one thing, just one thing that stuck with me, and I told Dan this with my wife, because he knows my wife, and she's as much as a fan of all this that of the Batman and all. And recently I got that Jim Lee version print of the Batman, the comic concept one, from Sideshow over the holidays. Set it up and all, and I just wasn't feeling it. I said, hey, actually one of the sculpts came chipped, so I was like, okay, I got to contact Sideshow. And they were like, hey, these are your options. And I was thinking it over, and I went to talk to her, and I said, hey, I'm going to sell it one day, because I'm just not, with respect, I'm not in love with it. And compared to the Blitz Way and all that, type thing like that. And she goes, well, here's just my opinion. You do what you want to do. She says, every statue that you put in that room should be oh shit. If it's not oh shit, it doesn't belong in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
Yeah. And I said, there's my answer right there. So I boxed it up. Sideshow hooked me up, gave me some money. And I said, hey, just put it on Sideshow, credit. You know what I'm saying? So I got freaking $2,000 Sideshow credit. So I can buy a statue tomorrow if I wanted to.
Yeah, right.
But when she said, and my daughter and son, they come over, oh, what'd you get new? But all their friends come over and they're like, hey, has he got anything new? Or if none of them have seen it, and they're just like, oh shit. She's like, if it's not oh shit, it don't belong in the room. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you can sum it up any better than that, really, because I think that's where we're all at with our collections right now. It's like, I think initially you're just like, oh, you want the more you can get, the better, blah, 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 the next newest thing. But
yeah,
again, you go back to the pieces that mean something to you. And those are the ones that you prioritize and you say, this is what I want in my room.
I said this to Dan one day and it stuck. We both kind of use it now. I said, you can have a freaking Picasso on the wall, but if it's cluttered, it don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? If you walk into a room, and you got to look for the Picasso, you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Type thing like that. If you got to look for the Picasso or, in our world, Delato or whatever, or Jim Lee, whatever, well, you're doing something wrong because it should be front and freaking center. You know what I'm saying? Type thing like that,
CC has a question for you, Matt. Are you picking up a certain melee commission at MegaCon? As soon as I saw it, I thought it could be yours. I get that oh shit requirement too, especially with space.
That is mine. That is mine, CC. He's been working on it for a couple of months for me, so it's getting a lot of press, which is awesome. You always like to see that, but that's the piece that me and Dan will be picking. We might pick up Thursday or something like that. But that's the piece. I told Melee I said I would like Batman in the graveyard on his parents' grave, near his parents' grave. And I said, hey, just do that. That's the only requirements. And he ran with it. He did cover quality. So that was good.
Well, if you wait till Friday, let me film your reaction.
Well, yeah, we'll wait till Friday. We'll wait till Friday to pick it up.
Either way, if you don't want to wait, don't wait for me. But yeah, I want to see your reaction.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's getting a lot of press. And he did an awesome job. I'll definitely been get more for him.
Yep, really well said here. CC says, and I've seen that especially about new collectors. If you don't have Picasso money, you can still create a super nice display. And again, this is a very good example again right here of using the space that you have, with some pieces here, some prints, original art, mixing it all together and creating something really beautiful. And
me and CC talk. We've actually had phone calls together, but she's always, well, Matt, I don't have the space. But what space she does, she knocks it out the park. She said, okay, this is what space I have. Let me kind of think. And with respect to CC, I don't think she, kind of makes decisions like that. I think she really thinks about it and, just does it the right way, put it that way.
Yeah. If I could somehow hire Dan and CC to come to my cave and hang up all my art, like that would be amazing. So again, the offer still stands, because that to me, that's my biggest goal for 2025 is to actually figure out some of this other side art and how I can actually get it to work. That's been the most frustrating part. And obviously I still want to figure out the middle situation, but I guess that's my biggest collecting priorities for 2025. But
my wife did mine because she spaced out everything, as you can see, like around everything's got a space. Everything it's not with respect cluttered, like right against. There's a little bit of wall space. I mean, when we were building this room, you want to talk about a million different ideas, and sometimes they would change. You get type thing like that. I mean, we lost him. Yep. You there?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. But you want to talk about having a million ideas, and we would execute some of them. Nope, that's not the way we thought. So let's go back to the drawing board and everything else like that. So yeah.
Sorry, I've still got a cough, guys. Consulting fees can be discussed. You got it, CC. Absolutely. Eric, how about you? Where are you at with your collecting goals?
I think same as most. I'm like kind of like in a retirement phase, so nothing super exciting. You know what it is? The problem is there's a few issues. One, I've always been a person, I like to like build a collection, enjoy it for like a year or two, and then swap it out and start over. Um, I can't do that these days. For me, I think the prices of statues are just too astronomical to even consider starting over again and doing something different. Two, I have these cabinets behind me. I was lucky enough to fit 1/3 scale in there in the first place, and I don't think I would be able to do that over again and successfully achieve that. It's just too tricky. And like Matt said, my wife is involved in my collection. She doesn't want me selling anything. She doesn't want me redoing the cabinets. So I think, and I'm happy with what I have. I enjoy what I have right now. I'm still looking forward to a few pieces. Like I said, I'm still waiting for like, a bigger scarecrow or a freeze. So there's a few pieces I'm still excited about, but I don't know. I've been more focused on the art lately. And then just painting projects for people, like getting more involved in the creative aspect of the hobby. Like I said, with the statues, I'm painting them. With the artwork, I like it when I can collaborate with the artist, come up with an idea, and then see what they come up with on paper. So it's kind of like I'm getting back into the creative process of everything versus just getting excited for a box to come in and open it up. Because not for nothing, I don't know, I'm getting tired of hauling these big ass boxes around and trying to figure out where they're going to go. And it's I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. It's a lot. So, I mean, can I have 200 statues in here or in my office? Yeah, I could. That's the other thing. I don't want to have a huge collection. I already feel crazy having this many, this much money invested. So it's like, it's always in the back of my mind, like, don't spend too much money. Don't spend too much money.
I hear you. You're preaching to the choir, mister. Absolutely. Last but not least, how about Jeff? What are you, where are you at? I know you always struggle with that limited amount of space and some of those issues, but obviously you said you got like a bunch of Batman and Supermans coming. So where are you at in 2025?
I have 12 pre-orders, shockingly.
Is one of them MODOK?
No, MODOK hasn't gone up for pre-order.
Oh, well, will you be pre-ordering him?
It's a big piece.
Probably not, but I have this. I don't know. I want to see it painted.
You want it.
It's just so freaking weird.
Again, that to me feels like it could be a sanctuary piece.
So I don't know. We'll see.
It does.
But no, I mean, 3 of those are Tweeterhead busts. So, and last year I let a few custom pieces into my collection. There's a few more coming this year. I'm really happy with where I'm at now, but I do enjoy getting new pieces and reviewing them. And yeah, I don't know. And the funny thing is, those 12 pre-orders, none of those are Sideshow, because I wait for Sideshows to come into stock so I can get a educator's discount. So there might be more, like none of those Sideshow originals are included in that 12, and I might be getting a couple of those. So yeah, but it is hard. Like Eric said, it's really hard to sell stuff now. So I did just sell my Sideshow Ahsoka locally, which was really interesting. The guy couldn't make it, so he sent 2 of his employees, and both of them had really thick Russian accents. So there I am doing a statue deal in a parking lot with these 2 Russian.
Wow, you should write a book.
It was really, really funny, but they were very nice, and it all worked out really well. But it was interesting.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with where things are. Like I told you before, I moved Hulk actually onto the floor off of that table, and I'm enjoying him a lot more because whenever I'm watching TV, he's right there. And he actually somehow looks bigger on the floor than he did up on the table.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm in a good spot, but I'm looking forward to some cool pieces this year.
Quick question from Dark Ranger 7. We got Kevin. Jeff, what's your next target Golden Age book, if any?
I'm always looking for large logo Batmans. The first 15 issues of Batman, I'll have this big, huge Batman logo.
Yep.
And I love those. So I'd love to get like a Batman 15 has a really cool World War II cover. Always wanted a nice copy of that. I wouldn't mind getting a Batman 11 again. I've had one in the past, but that's got, I think, the best Joker cover of all time.
Is Batman 15 the one with him and Robin with the Gatling guns?
On the beach.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
When I was at Terrificon, I was on the fence. This gentleman had a raw copy of that, and I went back and forth. So that's definitely a cool cover.
Yeah, there's a number of Superman war covers, Superman in action. There are very few Batman. They only did a few Batman war covers, so those are always really fun to own. And then, it's just a matter of what I see at a convention that just suddenly I think, oh my God, I have to own that. So, But I do tend to gravitate when it comes to Golden Age to superhero World War II books. I find that combination really cool.
Me too. Especially at Terrificon this past year, there were a bunch. I actually got a few of those, and they came back great. But yeah, just the history of it, of like, hey, this is when the war was going on. This is what they tried to get kids to kind of cheer them up and kind of get their, and just adults too, get their minds off of what's going on in the world, type thing like that.
Sure.
So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jeff, they're asking also about your Prime 1 Blitzway 1/3. Are you still getting the T800?
I am. So I am trying to steer more towards quarter scale, but the footprint on that T800 is not bad. So I am still getting that. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, it sounds like we all have a really great year. Again, we've kind of slowed down a little bit, except for Delaney. Obviously, he's gone crazy. He's going to be the art statue collector of our panel, which is great. It sounds like another fun year full of art, full of some statues, and obviously probably some surprises, because there's always random crap that we end up getting that we didn't plan on getting. Lord knows.
It's just like I sold that Bane last week. As soon as I drop it off at the UPS store, this guy let's see, that guy.
I was going to say, you got Superman.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, it's the same price. I just made this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So it was just even Steven. And that's a product sample that was displayed in the Warner Brothers offices, because the gentleman, he lived right around the corner from it. And I hate to say it, but he's affected by the fires. So he was like, look, I'm trying to sell some of this stuff off, get some money, you know what I'm saying, type thing like that. But it actually comes with a head sculpt that's actually like numbered, and it's different than the original, than the one that went in production.
That's incredible. Cool. Yeah, that's really neat.
But yes, that'll go up there, and I'll angling where he's looking across the room at the Hush Batman.
That'll be awesome.
It'll be pretty cool. Yeah,
that'll be great. Well, congratulations on that piece, and again, happy collecting in 2025, everybody. Yeah. It's another great year. And yeah, anything else you want to say before we look on to photos?
Hey, I talked to Chad today, and I asked him when the Superman bust was going to ship, and he said Monday.
Really? Monday. All right.
Which Monday?
Ship from where? China or from
which Monday?
No, he said shipping out to you guys Monday.
So that means it's here in the United States.
Must be.
And it's going to ship out from the port.
Well, I would hope it's shipping out from Tweeterhead.
Or their storage unit.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I can't wait for people to get it in hand. I can't wait for people to be able to feel it and feel how it's like just this brick. And it is really solid. It is well done. And I can't wait for people to see it. And I hope it really does spark people's interest in collecting these things. Because again, just the detail. I mean, again, it's just fun, right?
Yeah.
Stuff you don't,
It's never been one of my favorite senses about statues, to feel them.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. I'm really excited for the bus. I just think they're so much fun. All right. Well, let's look at photos.
Let's do it.
Everybody knows you're not supposed to touch the statues.
Yeah, don't touch the statues. It's true. All right, got rid of my banner. Hopefully I got rid of everything here.
Yep.
All right, can you see a big Henry Cavill?
He's blurry. Oh, there he goes. Now he's
there he goes.
Okay. So this was a kind of a surprise today. We had seen this one teased recently, and it was a black suit Superman. So again, a lot of us were like, another black suit Superman. But they teased us with the blue suit. What did you guys think about that announcement today?
I like it. I would definitely. I'm on the fence. I want to get it if it's the dark colors like this, because not the super bright red. If it's true to this, I want to get it.
That it's funny because that's been the biggest complaint from people today is they're like they wish it was the brighter blue, but I think they're going to stick with the dark colors here.
I like the dark. I like the darkness of the cape. It kind of reminds me of the Christopher Reeve's evil Superman back in the day. You know, the movie kind of reminds me a nod to that. And the only way I would display it would be with the light up eyes. I like the other two portraits look great, and I'm glad they actually come with the base to kind of set them on. But yeah, and I would get that version, with him holding Batman. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. What about the rest of you guys? Do you like this one or?
Like Matt said, I think I would only display it with that angry portrait. I'm not really a fan of the other portraits.
I like the looking straight ahead portrait. Not the one that's looking up, but the one that's straight ahead.
Yeah, is that looking up right there? I think maybe.
Yeah, I think that's looking slightly up. The other one is straight ahead.
That one right there.
I don't know if I like that.
Maybe
that's the straight on one.
Okay. I think it's one of the better Cavill likenesses. I didn't like the J&D. I thought he looked sickly.
Mm-hmm.
This one I think is pretty good. It's not perfect, but at least he looks healthy and it's not bad.
I think it's the best portrait that Prime 1's ever done.
Yeah,
for Henry Cavill.
Say that, yeah.
Of him, yeah.
Of him, yeah. I think this is their best one.
Well, let's ask Billy. What do you think? You've got that one right behind you.
Yeah.
How does this compare to that?
So this black suit one, this one is exactly like the first Justice League one.
Right.
But they dubbed this one Zack Snyder's one. It's supposed to be from his version of the Justice League movie. They supposedly redid this face sculpt.
Okay.
And I mean it's really good. And the laser eyes to me look better than that one. Now I don't know if that lights up. The laser eyes on this one don't. They're just painted. But the head sculpt
says LED illumination.
Yeah, it does light up.
I thought that was the base though. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. That looks like it lights up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like that one is the one I would go with. The one with him looking straight. I think that was by far the best. But it doesn't look that much different, to tell you the truth. Really doesn't.
Right.
Both of them are, I mean, they're both good. This one is a little bit of it's a little shorter. That one's I think 37 inches. So yeah, I mean I like this one too, And I think Jeff, I think you said when they dropped this, they were like they should do a blue one. And
yeah.
I mean I like, just like Matt, I like the darker blue because that one is from Man of Steel. Like that suit was dark, But both versions are really cool, man.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're doing the bases for the additional portraits because on some statues you get them these days, sometimes you don't. And the price point, you can't argue the price point for a 1/3. I think for the all-in version, it's like what, $15.99, I think.
Yep. So I think there's 300 of the blue and then 500 of the red of the black.
Yep.
I think it was $16.99 for the deluxe.
For the black, yeah. For the deluxe black is a little bit more, yep.
Yeah.
But I like it. Looks cool. Kind of makes you wonder why they didn't do this with Blitzway.
Yeah.
I don't really know what dictates that. It's a good question. But anyway, it's up for pre-order tomorrow, I think, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
This one also is from Prime 1. They made the announcement. So this one went up for pre-order in 2022, and it hasn't shipped yet. But the announcement that they made was that they have the official logo of Mercedes-Benz now, whereas the original didn't have it.
What movie is this from?
This is from
Lost
Jurassic. Yeah, Lost World. But it was December of 2022 when it went up for pre-order. Still hasn't shipped yet, and they're going to ship it out in batches. So they're going to send part of the statue to people a certain date, and then they're going to send the other part, which I'm assuming is this, later.
Oh boy.
Because they needed to update it to the Mercedes-Benz logo.
That's funny.
So I thought that was interesting. But that 2022, that's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's like kiss your money goodbye time.
All right. Yeah, we give XM crap, but like that's pretty bad.
Car does look cool though. You see how like the windows were all fogged up?
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool.
Look at that.
It's a cool diorama. Hey, there's a bat vault.
Yep. Yep. Like I said, I like the fabric cape. I love the fabric cape. So when Dan comes down here in a few days, he's going to help me hoist it above.
Oh, good Lord.
Above high. So, yeah, we're going to put Dan to work some. So, yeah.
That's right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Don't throw your back out before we go to the show.
Yeah. I like this. I like this from Sideshow.
So, yeah. Our last show was the Batsies. And again, I want to thank everybody that tuned in for that. That was a lot of fun. So we haven't had a regular show in a bit. So there was still some of the 12 Days of Sideshow stuff that we didn't get to see yet as of our last recording. So I thought this one was really cool looking. Obviously, we saw a little bit. This is through, is it Dynamite? Or who does this? It's like Lady Death.
It's Coffin Comics.
Okay, Coffin Comics. Okay, but it's like Lady Death, right? Like that line.
Yeah. La Morta. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm doomed on this one.
It looks great. This is definitely a sanctuary piece.
It looks really good.
Yeah. It looks good. They also teased the Lord of the Rings 6-scale figure. This one looks good as well.
This looks good.
Yeah, I want to see the whole thing.
Witch in the Woods. She's a redhead, it looks like. So this one will be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah.
We already talked about this earlier. Again, another well overdue piece just now in production.
Well, there's about like 7 of them there. So whoever the 7 people who still got the pre-order.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's Dan's way in the back.
I want to start seeing like we do with the scammers. I want to see like a photo with today's date. Like this was taken today.
That's right.
Who knows when that photo was taken?
Well, they did admit that they had photoshopped and faked the Transformer ones that they did. So,
oh wow,
that was pretty surprising. Obviously Harley as well. Did anybody end up pre-ordering this one?
Paula.
Yeah, other than Paula.
I mean, I like this one better than the other one.
Me too.
That's me though.
Yeah.
I did finally sell my original Hell on Wheels. So I do still like this one a lot. I think it's really well done.
What'd you think of this one? Was slightly more money, right?
Yeah.
I think it was significant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite a bit more.
Kind of expected, and it is a different sculpt. It's not completely the same as the last one. Everything,
everything's different except the head and the mallet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the jacket on the other one.
Yeah, I do too.
But I still think this one will be popular among collectors.
It is the simplest base I've ever seen on a Sideshow piece.
I say I don't have a photo, I guess. But
that
yeah,
thing looks like
so
a
surprising.
3D printed base or something. Just like
it really does.
Like Dan, just hey, I'm gonna do this afternoon type thing.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It was shocking. But yeah, more money and you get only one portrait versus the 2. So anyway, they also put the Archangel up for pre-order as well from Daniel Bell.
They're going to sell a lot of these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And again, I want to thank Daniel Bell for doing the behind the scenes stuff that he did for us for the Batsies. That was really cool of him to do that for us. So I just want to give him a shout out. Different portraits on that. There's the one. There's Jeff Delaney's right there. He's going to get the unpainted version.
It's huge.
But it was pretty cool to see this, just to see exactly how big it was.
Jeff, buy 2 of them, one to put on display and one to leave in the box for the grandkids one day.
I'm just so curious how they're going to price this thing.
Yeah. I wonder if it's solid, because that's a big piece.
It looks solid.
Yeah, I mean.
Pretty crazy. Look at that thing.
He kind of
reminds me of Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the guy from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Krang, whatever.
Krang,
right?
Yeah, Krang. It's hilarious. What'd you guys think of the new Rogue?
I like it.
I don't. I like the Rogue maquette they put out previously better in every single way.
Same. It was better.
I'm with Jeff.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. They let one of the custom dudes sculpt this one. I think he's some guy one of the custom.
Yeah, this is Summit Maholta.
Yeah,
really talented. He did a couple of the pieces that Dan and I have, and just really well done. I'm really excited to see him get some kind of notoriety. I cannot speak. Notoriety. Because there's a lot of talent out in the community, and I'm really glad anytime somebody finally gets the recognition they deserve.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool moment, to get some work with Sideshow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with this one. It's if you missed out on the old one, even though she can be found, I think that one paired up great with the Gambit. But I think
and she has switch out arms, right?
The hands. Yeah, the hands.
Oh, okay.
I think Miguel from Toy Quest 101 said that he liked that she was showcasing her power, like, when this glove comes off, it's about to be on, so that's cool, and it's not a space eater. If you just don't love Rogue, but you want to have her in your X-Men display and not have her take up too much space, it's great.
Yeah, I think she's cool. Like you guys said, I feel like the older one was better.
Yeah.
By quite a bit, but I still think it's a great alternative.
And if you pair that old one with the Gambit, it looked unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. They had them paired together in San Diego that year.
This right here, I'm really excited about. So this was an updated image of the Joker from Legendary Beast, and this is Aaron from Bat in the Sun, which I thought was really cool. And so they're doing another portrait of him, which I love. So it's going to be another Joker portrait. I don't know how many they're going to end up having.
I'm not sure I like the yellow teeth.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one.
That's the way he looked in the movie, though.
Yeah.
So there's just the one portrait has yellow teeth?
Yeah, this is just the Aaron portrait.
Okay. It's okay then.
yeah. There'll be a lot of regular Jokers, and I've been able to see a few pictures. I think you guys have seen a few pictures, kind of behind the scenes of what they're working on. So I think there's gonna be a lot of good alternatives.
Yeah.
If you don't like this one, but I just thought it was really cool that he took a real person that we know, that he gets his own portrait. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there he is, right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
If you've never seen Bat in the Sun, they do a lot of like fan films, and he's a director out in LA or somewhere. We had a chance to meet him at Comic-Con, which was really cool to finally meet him. But he does a really great Joker, and I just thought it was really cool. He gets his own portrait. That's pretty neat. Here's one that Jay did share with us that we could share at this time, but this is the kind of the more Alex Ross portrait.
Yeah.
Or look. I really liked the colors on the base. I think they look really good.
Too, yeah, they look great.
Yeah, the base looks real good.
I love this. This is going to be tough not to order.
Yeah, and there's going to be
like oxidized copper.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think there's going to be two different versions. Obviously, the more traditional, like this one with the purple, and then this one with the Alex Ross kind of black suit. Yeah, I think I would be more inclined to get this one.
Yeah, me too.
just because I have other purple suit versions. I think this is probably the one I would go with. What about you? Would you get this one, Dan? Possibly.
I think you had to step away for a second.
Oh, he's not on there. Okay. We also saw some new updates from Tweeterhead. They did a fan poll to see which one people liked better of the Riddler, and people voted for the bowler hat version, which is the one I liked.
Like 10-1.
Yeah, it was a lot. I think there was a couple people that were kind of curious about this. I told Chad that I feel like the other one was way too muscular for the Riddler.
Looks like Frank Gorshin on steroids.
Yeah, it needed to be really toned down, but I think people love the bowler hat, and that's the one they're going to go with.
Yeah.
They also had the talk about Clayface. I advised Chad to do the bigger version, which is what they originally released. I thought the bigger version looked more in scale with what Batman, would be. I still feel like this looks good, but I still would have preferred the slightly bigger. But obviously, that might have increased the cost a little bit.
Yeah, he still looks big. I mean,
yeah, I think he'll still be fine. But I love the sculpt. Super fun. Anybody getting this one?
I want to see it painted.
I'm like 85% there. Most likely ordering it. Like we were saying with Jeff though, a little worried it might be a little
tippy.
Yeah, tippy, like a little seesaw back and forth.
I will say the bases are incredibly heavy, so I think he'll be really solid.
All right,
I really do. And I've actually seen it 360, so it's a little bit of a thicker back side than I think that people realize. So I think it'll be fine.
Cool.
Speaking of Clayface, how great is this thing? This is from Mondo. Look how big it is.
If this thing didn't have like the action figure seams, I think I would probably order. It's pretty cool.
It's so good. So good. Dan, welcome back.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you a real quick question on this. We were looking at this. I don't know if you were listening behind. Okay, which one would you go with? Would you go with the purple Joker? Would you go with the black suit? And is this one that you're interested in getting?
Well, I heard Eric say this one's going to be tough not to order.
Yeah, and
I am in that camp, firm footing on the ground in that camp. This one's going to be really hard. I said I thought that the Say Cheese would likely be my last Joker, just because it's so stinking good. I mean, between that one, the Bermejo Joker, the Tony Daniel / George Jimenez Joker, I mean, and the Heath Ledger. I mean, I feel like I've got some really iconic, great Jokers in my collection. And here he comes with this, and I love the base.
This will be another one.
I love the base. I just don't know that I could pass this up.
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Do you think there's any chance that Blitzway would do an Alex Ross Joker?
1/3?
Quarter.
No, I don't.
I'd rather have the third.
Yeah,
I would too.
Have the third.
I would too, personally. I just was curious if anybody thought that maybe they would do that since they're doing the other ones. I just
think that one, the base on that one is
so good.
Really, really good.
But you would get the black suit?
Yeah, I'd get the black suit.
Yeah, me too.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Especially having the purple suit Joker already.
Yeah, which
I love. And
it'll still look great.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Matter of fact, just earlier today, I was saying to Matt, I keep the Jim Lee portrait on it with the bang flag in the gun, and he's holding the cane in the other hand. And actually right now he's holding the fedora in the other hand. And I'm like, that's my Hush Joker.
Yep. I got the fedora in one hand right now, and then the crowbar in the other right now.
Yeah. That's just such an amazing statue that
so good.
But the black suit, that's gonna be real tough not to order. And it looks like it's got a really nice, manageable footprint.
It does.
Yeah.
So all that, probably will be.
You put that, and then put like a Alex Ross piece behind it. It'd be awesome.
It would. Again, great piece here from Mondo. I just think it's one of the most fun pieces they've done. I love this Clayface. Look at that.
Oh, I like that. Cool. I like that.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So good.
That's how I would pose him if I got it, type thing. But yeah,
it's so good. had some in-hand photos of the Batman from Queen Studios. What do you guys think about how this one turned out?
The paint, I hear the paint's off.
The paint?
Everybody's it's just too bright, is what they're saying. But I feel like it could be the flash here or the lighting. Yeah. But what do you think of the likeness?
The likeness looks excellent.
Yeah, likeness looks good.
As with all busts, the hair needs work.
Yeah, the hair is.
Yeah, hair's horrendous.
Apparently, hair is really tough to get right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, it's synthetic, so it's like, it's just they spray it, and I think that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Whatever product they put in there.
It also looks too long, and it's not. And again, I hate to say, I feel like a Barbie doll collector, right? It's not styled properly. It doesn't look like the way that he had his hair cut in the movies.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm just staying away from rooted hair altogether.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you, Jeff.
It's smart. It's smart.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This will give you nightmares.
Yeah.
Dead in the box. Christian Bale in a box can't hurt you.
What's in the box?
No, what's in the box? I feel like the colors look a little bit better there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. I guess I had that out of order. Sorry, guys. We already looked at Rogue, and there's again, I started this folder about 4 or 5 weeks ago, so I apologize. I had a couple things out of order here. Look at this thing.
Yeah, this is cool.
This is J. Scott Campbell. This is part of their fairy tale fantasies. Cheshire Cat. She looks good.
Have you heard of the complaint about his recent pieces?
I haven't.
No.
There's an idea out there that they all look too much like his wife.
I thought he draws inspired by his wife. I think his wife poses.
She's
definitely a muse.
Inspiring individual.
Yeah.
He's said that before. He uses his wife as a model.
Yeah. I sat next to her for 2 hours, and she's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's great. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think she's also his colorist now.
Oh, I think that's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw this in San Diego, and it's a really cool piece. It's a little different than some of the other fairy tale fantasies in that the tree is quite large, so the figure is smaller in comparison to the whole piece than the previous ones.
It looks good though.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's fun. What do you guys think of this? This is from a company called Bedrock Collectibles. Todd at Spec is selling this one. Really good price point. I think it was like $300.
I feel like I might need this.
This is based on Fabok. I actually posted this, and Jason Fabok actually responded. And I was asking him about this, like just the frustration level. And he said, it's one of those things where they draw it for DC, and then DC can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's their intellectual property. They're just, the artists are just the ones that provide the image. I mean, the artists don't own Batman and Joker either.
Yeah.
And so this is basically based off of his work, but we see the same stuff at like Hobby Lobby. Like, we see them using his stuff all the time. If his art's good, DC's going to use it.
So how big are these?
What?
How big are these?
Right there.
Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
So they're a little smaller than I originally thought.
But it was half scale.
Yeah, but they look pretty decent. Yeah, about half scale.
Yeah.
But I think it would look great on a shelf.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And I really like them together like this.
Yep.
It looks all right.
So anyway, I'm thinking about ordering it. I haven't committed yet, but I like them.
It looks cool if you only have like a couple of books like this, because if you have a lot of books, you're gonna have Batman over here. And Joker
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was a fun piece.
That looks great right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Batman's profile there.
Yeah, you could just buy them and just do that. Just have
I'd say it's a fun bookshelf piece, I think.
You can do a lot of things with these things.
Yeah. Catwoman, Tweeterhead. This is going to go up for pre-order tomorrow. It is going to be available in quarter scale at Sideshow in an open edition. So there will be not an ES set for the quarter scale. I've also been told that the portrait will not have any sort of seam because there's not a swap out with this one. You get what you get with this one, so there will be no seam. It'll be all one piece. So Catwoman, I think that her front arm and her back arm come off. At least they did in the prototype, and key in, but everything else will be solid. The base will be solid. Beautiful piece. It's going to be available in quarter scale from Sideshow, and then 6 scale exclusively at Tweeterhead. And I've been told tomorrow. So,
and only 300 of the 1/6.
Yeah, beautiful piece. I actually, I don't know. Do you guys like this one better than the black version? I really like this one.
I do.
I like this one. It reminds me, this was the first Catwoman that I grew up, reading in my dad's old comics. So,
Jim Balint.
Yeah. So I really like this one. Now, that being said, I have the 1/4 already ordered through Sideshow with the different portraits. So, type thing like that. But yeah, I love this one.
This is going to look great with the blue Batman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That classic blue.
Yep.
So anyway, that one goes up for pre-order tomorrow. We saw this one, I think, a couple shows ago. We just saw kind of a teaser of this, but this is that Punisher from PCS. But at the time, this is what we saw the first time. But then they've also revealed some other stuff since then.
Looks good.
Yeah, I dig this one. It's a big piece.
Yeah,
What is third scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be a really big piece.
Yeah, he's massive. But I think this one turned out really nice.
Yep.
A lot of detail. I feel like they're getting even better with the skin texture, paint. I feel like some of their stuff has been a little bit hit or miss with the flesh.
Yep.
But I like this one. A lot of cool detail. The size of that gun.
Awesome. Just not a fan of the logo on the base, but it's not a deal breaker.
But what if you forget what the character's name is?
I mean,
how would you ever know?
If you didn't see the logo on his shirt, I mean, if that was
on his gun, he's got a logo on the gun too,
and on the gun too. So yeah.
What's his name again?
Oh, look at that! Who is that guy?
Gotta have the logo and everything.
Yeah, the logo and everything.
Like, I think I would even just leave it off and just rock the hole.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just whatever.
That looks dumb. I hate to say it. That looks.
It does.
It looks bad.
It looks, to me, this looks cheap.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks like a sticker almost or something.
Yeah.
I know it's not. But
if it pegs in, I would prefer just to leave the hole there. It's all gray anyway, so.
Yeah. Just tape a couple of the bullets in front of the hole.
Just snap it off.
Yeah, that's right.
He should make it removable if he hasn't already.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be. Well.
Yeah, I just don't like the look of that at all.
Yeah.
Just makes it look cheap to me.
It's just completely counter to the rest of the entire statue. It looks great.
It just doesn't. It doesn't need it.
It doesn't. No.
It doesn't need it.
Yeah.
In-hand photos of Ivy. She finally shipped. I think she turned out great.
Yeah, I like this one.
Is this the one with Dan's funky foot?
Dan's funky foot.
This is Dan's. This is the funky foot. What do you guys think?
It is.
I challenge you to stand like that.
Yeah, there you go.
For the record, I've never had a problem.
Between her and the new Sideshow Harley, where she's up on her tippy toes, they can compete for.
I think that's way worse than this.
But I think this turned out
anatomically incorrect. At least Harley, she's like standing like a person could stand.
No, she's standing on a tree branch. She's got to
maybe she just stubbed her toe on the thorn.
To point your toe one direction and point the other you don't do that. Nobody does that.
Anyway, I do think that overall, except for that, I still feel like it turned out pretty good.
I have to admit. And you know what? I will say, in all fairness to Prime 1, the rest of the anatomy looks great.
Yeah, everything from knees up.
Yep.
It does. There have been times where I'm like, maybe I should get it and just pair it up with my Arkham City Harley. But I just don't feel like I need it. But it's beautiful.
If she looked like if she had a base that conceptually looked like it was in the same building as Harley or something, then I would say, that'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But they don't look like they belong together. Kind of.
I agree. And Harley, that's the problem with that Harley is she's so different than anything we see here.
Yeah.
She just
nice
doesn't.
Display.
I was just gonna say it looks great.
But yeah, this was my vision, for 8-9 years ago, like just have all of these lined up. And I had most of these obviously lined up at one point, and so it's just really cool. Even though I don't have them anymore, it's still cool to see them all together like this. So congratulations to anybody that waited the good fight, because that was a long wait for that Ivy.
Yeah. Do we know whose display this is?
This was the collector that did the review for me.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can go back and find his name.
I just like to give credit to people.
Yeah, really he posted these in our Facebook group, and just did such a phenomenal job, not only with the review, but also then to be able to see the collection all together. It's just really great. Let me see if I can find.
I know George Raw is getting it, but he didn't get his in hand, I don't think yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll try to find the name for you guys, but
okay.
I thought this was pretty crazy. This is that new Martin Canale Batman. Yeah, look at that.
It was like a 10. Yeah, it's the time. What was it, like 10-minute unboxing video or something like that?
It's crazy. This is the out of the box video, but that's a lot of bats.
That's a lot of bats.
Were those bats color coded?
They're all color coded.
You would run out of colors.
Still, even color coded. Good luck putting all that together.
I was gonna say, and the last time I got a Sideshow piece, it was color coded. The colors were different than what I received compared to the out of the box video.
Like, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay for a headache, so I'm good.
Yep.
In-hand photos of the throne piece. I did jump on the waitlist at Sideshow for this one. But I think it turned out really great.
It's a nice collection too.
Man, that level line of sight on this one makes the statue look really good.
Sure does. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
I think this is going to look small if you're looking down on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
But I think raised up a little bit, that point of view looks cool.
Yeah, you got to put them up high a little bit. That's what I do with the sitting Joker. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, good point.
Jimenez Joker.
Yep. Yeah, look at that. It's cool.
It just looks great. I think I'm going to bite the bullet on this one.
I'm surprised you waited this long.
I am too. Yeah. It's just I just didn't know where I'm going to put it, and I still don't necessarily know, but I'll figure it out. It's just a great piece, and it's Del Auto. That's the best part of it.
Yep.
This
thing is amazing. This thing is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely insane. This photo's from Art Statue Collector. They had this on display at a local convention.
It's creepy. It looks real.
Who's making it?
It does look real.
That's Queen Studios.
That's cool.
That's Queen Studios silicone, and his arms move.
Yeah, it's articulated.
Yep.
His head does too.
His head and arm moves.
That is crazy good.
I think it's the best thing that Queen Studios has ever put out.
Look at the hair on the chest.
Check out that chest there.
Yeah, if they can match this quality here, it's just insane how good it is.
They had like 4 or 5 guys carrying it. It looked like they were carrying like a ugly child. It was that big. Yeah, look, because it was so big. Yeah,
that's the thing too. If it's articulated, it's got to be heavy, because that means it's got a metal structure in there.
It's got an armature. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be a heavy piece.
I don't know if this is the proto, and they might change it in production, but there was like a seam line somewhere, like on the shoulder.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
In Art's video.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where.
I don't see it now.
I don't see anything.
If you watch the video, he points it out.
Yeah, points it out in the video.
It's
right there on his bicep.
Right there.
Yeah.
I could see it going across on his bicep.
Yeah, that's
you kind of see it there. I wonder why they put that there.
For
maybe
the
on that
arms
side too,
to
maybe.
articulate, but I don't know what the engineering purpose was. But this is a pricey piece. It's like 4 G's.
Yeah, and it's another thing that I said when they originally showed it. I'm like, I really worry about articulation because like if you do it once and you get it the way you want it,
leave it alone.
You're gonna be fine. Yeah. But if you're moving this up and down every week to change the pose, I would really worry about it splitting that silicone.
articulating it back in the box. Sometimes I can't get my stiff statues back in the box. Now I got to try to maneuver him back in place.
People are getting this in, Chris.
Yeah. Do you guys think I should get this one?
She looks good. Yeah.
Who said yes?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Hey.
She looks great.
She looks really, really good.
Do you still have Batman Who Laughs?
I do.
Okay.
So she would pair up really nice. Again, it's just a piece I don't know if I need, but I do think she's great. I love the colors on her.
Do we need any of them?
You're right. Hashtag enabled.
This thing is cool too.
This is that quarter scale one that they did, that Hellbat. It's turning out great.
I like the light up feature of the base. Yeah.
Yep.
It's fun. Again, I don't have any, connection to this one, but I think it looks great.
Well, if you buy it, you will, Chris.
And once you touch it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Once you buy it, you'll have all the connections you want. Bro.
That's right.
That's a bottom shelf piece. You put right in the
That
bottom.
is, yeah. Now, this one is going to be a pass for me, but I do like it. It's kind of like a Batman Beyond style.
Where are these photos from? I keep seeing the same background. Is it Prime 1?
This is a collector in Asia that gets, I don't know how they get it before everybody else, but they do.
He's got some cool stuff in the background.
Yeah, he got a really great collection. Yeah, look at that.
Man.
Looks cool. These were some photos from the J&D 6 scale collection. Didn't get a lot of love.
The in art?
Yeah. No, this is J&D.
Oh, sorry. My
This is
bad.
the J&D version. I think that looks good.
Yeah.
But this is 6 scale.
How are these priced?
Really expensive,
Oh, okay.
as you can imagine.
Just really expensive.
2K, I think.
Oh my!
Wow,
goodness.
6 scale.
6
Yep.
scale.
It's J&D.
It's J&D. It's Kojin.
The appeal is lost on me. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah, what's with the bob haircut?
I
Seriously?
don't know.
It's like a Johnny Depp.
You go to the salon to get it
Mom,
done?
yeah, it's got soccer mom hair here.
Soccer mom hair. I mean, come on. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But
If people give the Prime One Blitzway piece shit, and then
Yeah, that's true, man.
come on,
That's pretty bad.
wow.
yeah. But the dog looks good.
If you say so.
Yeah, the prototype looks just like the production.
Oh my god.
Is it rooted hair on the dog?
I don't know.
How many dogs you get?
Comes with a free dog biscuit.
Free dog biscuit. Oh my
You just get the one dog?
Yeah, just the one dog
god. And the soccer mom hair.
and the soccer mom hair. It's just kind of like, oh, guys, I'm sorry I farted.
Yeah, right.
Just kind of gives that kind of look.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do think that looks decent. I actually think that the production looks a little better than the prototype.
Yeah.
There, but I don't like the other portrait. This one, who makes this? Uman Studio. I think this is Infinity.
Is that girl a statue too? She looks fake.
No.
All right.
Although she might be AI robot. I'm not sure
Yeah,
at this
right.
point.
That's what it looks like.
Hard to tell. As soon as I'm able to convert myself into an attractive female, I'm going to do that, and that'll be my channel from now on. That way you don't
You
have
can
to see this.
you can do that. Go down to Mexico.
I know,
like you
I
did
know.
your other operation.
I know.
You can
This
do
way you
that
don't have to see
real
this
cheap,
ugly
Chris.
mug anymore, and you could just see her talking about Batman statues. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Someone in the chat says this is unlicensed.
This one is.
Oh.
It's a good thing we're not live.
I guess not. we won't spend a lot of time. I thought this was Infinity Studios.
I can't tell. It's all in a different language.
I don't know. I thought that it was on their site, but maybe not. We'll go back to Batman. How about that?
There you go.
We better talk about him anyway. Whoop, now we're back to this. Well, there's that guy again that has all the statues. But anyway, this is another release from Prime 1. I don't know anything about this at all, so I do apologize, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody in the chat knows which one this is. This is Prime 1 Studio.
We need a room tour from this guy.
No kidding. This one has started to ship from Sideshow. Again, that Berserker Wolverine looks fantastic.
So I was thinking about getting this.
Putting next to your Hulk?
Yeah. And then I started thinking,
Hulk's on the floor.
Every time I get a piece that's crouched down, I end up getting unhappy with it. So I started thinking, I wish he was standing up more. And then I thought, the costume looks kind of dingy. Do I want a dingy costume Wolverine? Not really. And then I saw that custom piece that I ended up ordering instead of this one.
Well, I think the problem too is if you hadn't moved Hulk to the floor, this I could see you getting this, but if he's on the floor, I can't see you doing it now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So anyway, it's a great piece. It's a great price, but I decided I want a different Wolverine than this one.
Skeletor, that one was shipping from Tweeterhead. I hadn't seen very many photos of this yet. Obviously, that goes well with the He-Man on Panther. Or I'm sorry, He-Man on the hell's his
Battle Cat.
Battle Cat. Thank you. This is Panther here.
RoboCop.
Was this PCS's RoboCop?
Yep.
And some in-hand photos of that one. Is this the one that's not getting a lot of love?
Seen a few complaints about the paint not being as that indigo look, but it looks pretty good there. I mean,
you could see it.
I've heard some complaints about the shape of the helmet, the visor.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. The shape of the helmet looks off.
It looks like it's too tall.
Too tall. It looks like he's got a big dome.
Yeah. It looks too tall and narrow versus wide. Huh. Well, anyway. Could be photo distortion too a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Definitely looks big.
Yeah. This one I thought was pretty cool. It's the Human Torch. Huh. But I liked all the flame effects. I thought that looked neat. Good portrait. Not perfect.
That doesn't look like Chris Evans to me.
Yeah, I don't know who that is
at all.
Say maybe you're right. I felt like it looked better from there, but maybe as we look closer, maybe not.
That's supposed to be Chris Evans?
It's supposed to be.
Did J&D do this?
This is hot toys.
Sorry.
Man, we're going to get cards and letters now, Dan.
I know. That's good, though. I like that.
We're going to be labeled J&D haters.
I know. Oh.
By J&D themselves.
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah. That's right. Bring it on.
Make a better product. How about that? How about make a better product?
Oh.
Yeah.
Send your cards and letters to Wayne Manor, Rocket City.
Exactly. Yeah.
This one we saw teased at one of the Prime 1 Next Level events, and the Street Fighter piece is up for pre-order now. Again, I don't know anything about this character, but I love the art direction. I think it's a lot of fun.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like it.
I really like some of the stuff they're doing with all the backgrounds and just fun. So anyway, love this. Don't love the price point.
Yeah, hate the price.
How much was it?
It's like $600, right?
Something like that. It was in. I just can't believe they had the balls big enough to charge it.
Yep.
Because it's very simple. There's not a lot to it. I mean, I love the base with the Batman logo. It's fun, and of course, does it get more iconic than this? And I do think the sculpt looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
For a McFarlane piece, but man, the price is just nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this stuff's usually affordable.
I know. I just don't understand why on this one it's so bad. Hey, here's a cool J&D piece.
So they're both pieces for this show are fantastic. I have to admit. The likenesses are amazing.
Yeah.
So I think that looks great.
That thing's crazy.
This one's really crazy. This is from Pure Arts. This is their new life-size bust, Resident Evil. I thought this thing looks pretty impressive.
That'll give you nightmares.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
That's crazy.
This is what I look like in the morning before my coffee. But it's big.
Yep.
Big piece. Look at that.
It's cool.
Yeah. Put that in your living room.
Yep.
This is a Jeff Morris dining room table piece.
Yep.
Wonder if he has any like sinus issues with that nose.
You think?
Being kind of sideways. I would think that'd be hard to breathe.
45-degree angle nose.
This is Dan, the owner of Pure Arts, holding it. So it gives you and that dude is jacked. Like he's literally Superman in person. Like he was wearing a Superman suit at New York, and just a big dude. And you could just tell how big this thing is. Here he is again too with the Catwoman, strategically placed so we can't see the face.
Yeah.
They have said that they are going to be tweaking the face, which I really want to order this.
Batman looks great.
Yep.
I love the pose. I love the bats. I love that it's based on the Tony Daniels art. So I would like to see more of the updated face, but I think I might order this one.
Yeah, I've got it on PO. I ordered it pretty much day one. So
yeah. It's fun. McFarlane's also started doing these life-size cows and third scale cows. I think this is the life-size one.
Yeah.
I thought about getting these.
They're not bad. They're kind of they're super plasticky. But I still think they're fun.
What about getting what, dude? You owe me $15 for the one I picked up for the other day.
Oh, yeah. I got Billy found me the third scale one. Now they're back in stock. That 66 one was sold out for a while. I seen it on Amazon again.
It's cool.
Yeah, but it's not shipping till like March, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, this one ships right from my closet that I have it in. Right
Yeah. There's some more Harley. I guess this is trying to convince me to buy this one. Had to show this. This is a really cool concept from the Kucharik brothers, and I'm not sure why they showed it because they're kind of working exclusively right now through PCS. But this would have made one hell of an awesome statue.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
And maybe down the road. I mean, I don't know if they could still work with another company or not. Because the file's already done. But man, the concept is fantastic. I love that it's an electric chair.
Yeah,
on Joker. I don't know if that's ever been done, but that's really cool.
And there's 3 hyenas. Never seen 3 hyenas before.
I haven't either.
Third one is, but
yeah, Bud Lou and Jackaloo.
Oh boy!
You guys remember that Tsume art piece, the Arkham one, where he's got the balloon and whatever happened to that thing? It's kind of giving me those vibes. Like
it hasn't been canceled as far as I know, but I haven't seen it yet. They have the Harley one too.
Yeah.
This one was shown, I think, yesterday. This is a Joker. Again, I don't know if very many people are asking for a Joker, but this is a resin statue for McFarlane.
Suit looks a little shiny.
Yeah. There's Matt Martin and a giant Batman head.
Yep.
Looks awesome.
No.
You like that one better than the Dark Knight?
It's not as the Dark Knight's the best. Dark Knight's the best.
Oh, you like the Dark Knight one the better? That's the one. That's the one you like better?
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Oh,
hands down.
Well, if you need to buy my Joker, let me know.
I got the Joker.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you don't have them together yet.
Yeah, well, one's on one pedestal, and then he's on across from it, and you just can't see it. Yeah.
Guess we're gonna need a new room tour, Matt.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get Dan's help to put Superman up high, and then we'll do another room tour. Yeah.
That's right. Better start pumping some iron, Dan.
Where's Superman going on that top shelf behind you?
Yeah, on the top shelf, and then he'll be looking across the room at the Hush Batman. So yeah.
Good luck, Dan.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
Isn't the thing like 40 inches wide or some stupid?
Yeah.
Here's the key.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little advice. When you're in his room, don't be randomly filming and then back into something.
Yeah.
Because only assholes do that.
Right. People that aren't used to being around statues.
Right. You really want to avoid those people at all costs.
Exactly. Yeah. They're the trouble.
Oh, Lord, help us all. Man, I'm still thankful to this day that I did not break that statue. Oh, anyway. So, gentlemen, been 2 hours. I want to thank you guys for being on the show. It was a lot of fun. I cannot freaking wait for MegaCon. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to miss Delaney being there. I wish we could have convinced him to come. But you will be there with us in spirit.
I'll hold the fort.
Yeah, you'll hold the fort. You'll be at Disneyland riding Haunted Mansion with the new Constance. So that'll be a lot of fun. Have you ridden it since the new bride went in there?
No, it was just last weekend or something.
Yeah. So she looks great.
Always hit Jeff up when out about a con and be like, "Get me the price on this. Give me the price on this."
Yeah, be on call, Jeff, because I'm sure you'll be getting some texts.
Sure, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a mystery review coming up.
What do you got?
So I don't know.
So you said it's a mystery review?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mystery. So it's a mystery even to you.
Yes.
I love that.
So yesterday I posted in my group, "Hey, statue companies, send me a damn statue. I'm going through withdrawals." And Ant responded, "Send me your address."
That's awesome.
So something is coming from PCS. I have no idea what it is, but
Those turtles.
I'll be reviewing it probably next week. We'll see.
Cool deal.
It'll be just the box for the turtles.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Like, here you go. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate it if you would hit the like button on your way out. That does help us out tremendously. And again, we will be at MegaCon in about 7 days ish for Dan and Matt. A little bit later for me and Eric.
Are you going to do any live coverage from there?
We might. We'll see what kind of how the day goes. I feel like we're pretty booked up. We've kind of planned a lot for when we're there. But if we have time, one of my favorite things that we did was the last night of MegaCon. We were up in the bar, got some hors d'oeuvres and some appetizers, and just kind of hung out for a couple hours or whatever. Just talked.
Cool.
It's just that was my favorite, my favorite thing, and so hopefully we'll have a chance to do that again.
Yeah, we'll be doing some more of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
We'll be doing some more of that.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Well, believe me, it doesn't take much. So yeah, I'll have like half a beer and be wasted.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. And we'll see you for the next one on Rogues Gallery Live. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night, guys.
Good night. Good night.